Taoism, also known as Taoism, originated in China. It is the religion of the indigenous Chinese people. Also today, this religion prospers in regions where Chinese people settle. This includes, in addition to China, Taiwan, Singapore and Malaysia. In general, Eastern Asia is the main area that is influenced by this religion. Taoism was established in China because the founder of it, who was Laozi, also known as Ashour, was a philosopher that lived in ancient China. According to traditions, he is also known as the author of the Taoist text Tao Te Ching, and he is honored as a deity in religious Taoism and traditional Chinese religions. Origins of the universe. Ancient religions are the religions of ancient civilizations. They were influenced by the earlier religious beliefs and practices of the places where they originated. Ancient religions arose in places where people created the need for forms of social organization and specialization, for example kings, armies and law courts. Principal beliefs. In Taoism there are three principal beliefs. They include 1. The belief in Tao. It is hard to give the exact meaning of the word, but generally it means the path or way. In Taoism, Tao is something equivalent to God, but it is not God. It is the way which life evolved through, and a cosmic process in which humans are part of. There seems to be some sort of cyclic universal constant which is the Tao, and it is represented in the symbol of yin and yang. 2. The belief in Wu non-action. The non-action is a basic belief in Taoism. The non-action is the experience of swimming with the current. The modern saying, going with the flow, is an expression of this essential Taoist principle, which is basically referring to the behavior that occurs in response to the flow of the Tao and not acting against that flow. Therefore, people can realize the ultimate structure of the universe. As a result of holding on this principle, a person is following the Tao closely. 3. The belief in three jewels. Taoists believe that there are three characteristics that all Taoists should live by, which are three jewels. These jewels are confirmed in Tao Te Ching, the sacred text of Taoism. These jewels are important for Taoists because they guide them to the way of return and unity with the Tao, which is the final goal in Taoism. Being in harmony with the Tao allows the person to return to the original state of all things and becomes the Tao. These principal beliefs have a significant role in Taoism. The reason is that these beliefs provide Taoism with unique features that separated it from other religions in China. One of these religions was Buddhism, that originally started in India. Supernatural powers and deities. Supernatural powers and deities play an important role in the success of the Taoist faith and religion. They allow the people to have a philosophical outlook on life so that they can see things clearly. They believe that the universe came from the Tao, and each of the deities is believed to be an expression of some aspect of the Tao. Taoists do not pray to any of these deities. There is no God that can solve any of life's problems. Rather, Taoists seek the solutions to life's problems through personal meditation and observation. There are 8 supernatural powers and deities. They include: the 3 pure ones are the highest and most familiar deities in the Taoist religion. They are important as they represent the 3 main ideas that relate to the Taoist religion, which are the notions and ideas about the past, present, and future tenses of the world and life within itself. It is believed that yin and yang have given birth and provided power for these elements to survive over the Taoist religion. Jade Emperor is worshipped due to his abilities to control the heavens. He is considered to be the second highest supernatural power or deity within the Taoist religion, and coming after the 3 pure ones. The Jade Emperor can be identified by many different names. Some of these names include Heavenly Grandfather, Peace-absolving, Central August Spirit, and many more. 8 immortals help to create a more peaceful and hopeful world, as well as giving life to all things that are lifeless within the world. They are considered as being mythological powers that guide people through their lives and enable them to see the variety of people within their culture. They are groups of 8 fairies that help to eliminate and fight against evil or negative aspects of the world. Chang'e is associated with the moon and the provider of light in the night time so people can continue on their spiritual journeys. Is represented as an iconic female figure that lives on the moon. Is worshipped through a special festival which is held on the 8th lunar month that involves people gathering outside in public so that they can worship and look at her at the same time. Yuan Shi has no beginning and no end. He existed before the void and the silence, before primordial chaos. He is self-existing, changeless, limitless and invisible, contains all virtues, is present in all places and is the source of all truth. The same Kuan rule over all things in the 3 regions of the universe, keep a register of good and evil deeds and award good or bad fortune accordingly. They include the ruler of heaven, grants happiness. Ruler of earth, grants remissions of sins, and ruler of water, averts all evil. The same Yuan originate from a time in the eastern Qin density, when the year was divided into 3 unequal periods. Shang Yuan ruled the first 6 moons, winter and spring. Shi Yuan ruled the 7th and 8th moons, summer, and Chung Yuan ruled the 9th to 11th moons, fall. It was believed that they dwelt in the North Star. And Xiangzu represents youth. He was the grandnephew of Han Yu. He is reported to have skillful all manner of amazing feats. He became an immortal by eating one of the peaches of immortality. He carries with him a basket of fruit or flowers. Each god has different roles such as protection the people and writing texts for its believers. They are also gods/goddesses of fertility, immortality, warriors, wealth, culture, warfare, etc. The highest gods have roles such as holding court in celestial paradises and governing a complex hierarchy of emperors and officials on earth. Rituals. There are 2 main types of rituals in the Taoist religion. 1. The first is to do with funerals and honoring priests. It provides remembrance for the dead and allows people to have a peace of mind, knowing that they have gone to a better place to watch over and guide them in their life. 2. The second is to do with communities. It influences people to join together in order to recognize individuals and associate them with others in the Taoist religion. During these days people gather together and worship their higher deities and powers in several different ways which always include purification, invocation, prayers, offerings, hymns, dances and warning activities. Taoism offers celebrations to celebrate and consecrate major life events such as births, coming of age, partnership, and deaths. Birth. Through this celebration, the babies are connected to heaven's energy, which will protect and help them to remember their spiritual essence, also will guide them in the path of spiritual growth. Coming of age. In this celebration, the participants learn the importance of coming of age and responsibilities as social beings. This celebration allows an opportunity to seek their life purpose. Partnership. This celebration is for both new married couples and for those wishing to renew their wedding vows. These couples can participate in this ceremony. They vow to support each other's spiritual growth. Death. This is a funeral celebration that guides the dead person's soul on its path to its divine origin. The afterlife. He does have blissful and suffering states. Taoists who have followed the way during life are more likely to become important in the afterlife. Those who have failed to live the deeper life will be exiled to the stages of hell, a place of suffering. Taoism holds that the body is filled with spirits, and a number of rituals must be performed so that these spirits are able to protect the body. When the spirits leave the body, there is nothing to protect it from illness, so it weakens and dies. In Taoism, death is just another stage in life, something that must happen. People believe if they do what they are supposed to do, then when they die they will be granted immortality. Mountains are considered special sacred in Taoism, as they were traditionally the site of retreat and travel. Taoist sages would fly to the mountain for long periods of fasting and meditation. Water is also a potent symbol in the Taoist tradition, representing purity, flexibility and endlessness. Water in motion is particularly established, and many mountain springs and waterfalls have become sites of Taoist worship. These sacred spaces are also considered to be geographical locations that relate rituals and energy to form a holy site that joins humans, earth and immortal beings as one. Taoist rituals are carried out in places of worship, sometimes by Taoist priests but often by individual practitioners. Religion and society. Religion and society. The adherents of Taoism follow the rules and regulations that Taoism provides in their lives, which are according to the values, morals and ethics of the faith. In order for a person in society to be connected entirely with this religion, they must follow the Tao. Their actions and virtues must represent the Tao's actions and virtues in life. Taoism ethics are mainly applied by the power of the gods. On one hand, Taoism guides the people knowingly abide by ethics with illusion of immortality longevity. On the other hand, the spirit power of blessing the good and punishing the evil forces the people to obey the ethics of Taoism. The social structure in ancient China. King, placed on the top level of the ancient Chinese social pyramid. Most respected. Owned the largest amount of land. Ruled the people in the entire kingdom. Shi were the scholars. The people from this class were appointed in civil services. Earlier they were known for their fighter skills. Later, people started recognizing this knowledge, scholarship and their administration abilities. Nong, the peasant farmers. They were considered as the valuable members of society. They were responsible for producing food and crops. Gong, the craftsmen and artisans. This was also a wealthy class but was not considered as a good class in the social structure. Shan, the lowest class in the social hierarchy. It was composed by traders and dealers. They were not considered as respectable people in the society. In the Taoists' religion there are a number of festivals which Taoists celebrate to favor the gods. These festivals are 1. Chinese New Year. Spring festival begins on the new moon and ends on the full moon of the first lunar month. There are monsters, deities, red lanterns and lion dances. 2. The Lantern Festival. Celebration of the first full moon of the year and the birthday of Tianguan, god of good fortune. 3. The Ghost Festival. Zongyuan Jiat. Taoist festival celebrated on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month. 4. The Mid-Autumn Festival, celebrated on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month when the moon is at its fullest. 5. The Nine Emperor Goddess Festival, a festival to pay respect to the 9 emperor gods. It's a 9-day celebration, begins on the eve of 9th lunar month. Search for meaning. Lao Tzu showed the people that when you join this religion your search for meaning within the world will be fulfilled and all questions asked will be answered. Through his life stories he provided positive concepts about the Taoist religion and how it clearly expressed reason. This religion joins people of similar faith and beliefs, so that they can come together and worship common deities and powers. It presents believers of the Taoist religion to establish a special and personal bond between themselves and their God, which primarily offers them with the opportunity to find them and discover where their true identity lays within the Taoist community. When trying to understand how this religion provides people with a special response to their search for meaning, we can explain it as being and offering each individual with an opportunity to go on that journey in order to seek what they find. What they find is the Tao, and what they want is a peaceful being on this earth. Once they find the Tao, they are able to live a long, happy